Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign international content. Today I'm back to review this excellent show called Queen of Tears, and we're in episode 3 and 4. And just off the bat, I'm coming in with a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. First of all, I'm happy to see that this show is starting to get serious. In the beginning there, I'm like, okay, are we just gonna have a fluffy show without any substance? But now by episode 4, I'm like, okay, now we're getting serious and we have questions and I want answers. For example, they had a baby. What happened to the baby? The baby was supposed to be born October the 31st. Huh? What happened there? She had a brother who died. What? What is going on? And then we found out the chairman went to jail for the first son, or the other son who came to ask for forgiveness. I'm like, wow, okay, we need to know what's going on. The other person I don't like is Mr. Yoon. I'm thinking he's here for revenge. Crazy. Anyway, let's get started. So episode 3, we saw, obviously they were hunting and the boar came almost about to kill, really, Hae-in. If it was not for Yeon-woo, she should have definitely been hurt, because once again, she's having these memory lapses because of her condition, and he was there in the nick of time and saved her. Now the CGI was crazy looking. I don't know about you, but I was like, the gun is up here, but the boar is down here. Crazy. I think, if you ask me, Mr. Yoon is the one who cut that fence and the boar came in. And what I'm thinking is he wanted to do it to save her so he can get the credit. But Yeon-woo saved the day and was right there, became the hero, and clearly Mr. Yoon is completely salty about it. I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, why are you back? She's now married. And you're sticking to her like crazy. The way he's pursuing her, I'm like, which part did you forget she's taken and married? And then I'm wondering, you used to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Why did it not work out? Why now? I'm thinking he's here for revenge because maybe when they were dating, he wasn't good enough. And you know, this family has a good way of making sure that they remind you and make you know and feel like you are not worthy. And I'm wondering if that's what happened. Because remember, we had that flashback. Remember the dog thing where he's like, so it's okay to kill the stray dogs, but not this one? When he was talking with that couple, because the chairman loved their dog, because the dog saved their child during a fire. So then Mr. Yoon goes to them and say, I want to buy it just because the chairman wanted it. And the guy was like, sorry, I can't sell it to you because it's like family. And then he goes and gives them 100 million for this and for the dog. And they're like, And the guy was like, oh, that's a lot of money, right? Like lost his mind for a second. The next day he was like, no, I changed my mind. No, we're going to keep the dog. And he was going to shoot the dog. And it was like, wait. Why would you shoot the dog once again? And Yeon-woo comes in the nick of time and saves that couple and the dog, because this guy, I was like, he's really going to shoot this dog, right? So when they did that flashback, you get the feeling that Mr. Yoon comes from, he probably was poor and was not treated well. And I'm just wondering, when he came to her family, when they were dating, maybe he was not well established like he is now. Remember, he says to her, I worked really, really hard to get where I'm at, right? He's the connection to Mr. Herman, who wants to set up shops in her mall, Queens Mall, who apparently has a girlfriend, Miss Lopez, and he's also married. Ooh. Mr. Herman is also one questionable guy. Anyway, the point is, now it seems like Mr. Yoon has, risen up and he's become a person who's successful. Now he can approach her and now he's pursuing her. I don't like him at all. I do not like him at all. And then we saw he's coming for the chairman, by the way, with that assistant of theirs. She's in on it too. And they're trying to steal shares from the chairman. And somehow they're going to try to pin him for something illegal to destroy him. My goodness. what in the world is going on, right? So I thought that's interesting. And then obviously the chairman also, that girlfriend of his, I don't trust her. First of all, she's superstitious, and oh, the Sherman said, don't go out there, you're gonna get hurt, don't go hunting. I'm like, what's going on? And then she was also keeping the son who wants to come and reconcile with the chairman, and she's like, no, he's sleeping, he's not available. I'm like, what's going on? And you know, Hein's aunt does not like her clearly. Remember, she was like, Dad, look at the picture. We used to be a perfect family until some B came and destroyed our family. I like her, by the way. When she saw him carry Hein, when she hurt her leg or something when they were hunting, and he's just walking, and she was like, oh, the muscles. And then when he handed me the paperwork when we were in jail, I saw his muscles and I thought, ooh, girl, you did good. You did good, girl. Like my heart fluttered. I was like, that aunt is just crazy. Now, obviously, we see, I'm sorry, but Hein and Yeon Woo are starting to fall in love. I want to know what happened, because it sounds like they used to be in love and fell out of love, but now they act like, you know, he can't wait for her to die. 51% she could survive. And now, because she's sick, all of a sudden she's become empathetic. She's nice to people, the employees. She even set up a cancer center because one of the employees is her mother is suffering, and she figured if I set that up, then she doesn't have to worry too much about her mother and maybe may focus more. We saw when that crazy customer came trying to get a refund and really did not deserve the refund and was acting a fool, how she came and saved the day. I love that she went when the sister-in-law, your Woon's sister, remember you said that if we ever needed you, you would come. She texted her and she showed up. Like, that was really cool when she showed up with the gifts and the food. And, you know, the father-in-law was just like, oh my God, she showed up. Sorry, I missed your 60th birthday, but I'm here to support you. And people were just eating it up. And then obviously we come to this scene where clearly she goes, she's hanging around there. She's listening to the iPod, which we found out in the epilogue, they had met when they were younger because that iPod belonged to her. She was leaving because her brother died. I want to find out what happened to her brother. Her brother died. What is the story there? And does that explain why the mother is so always doting on her other son more than Hein? Remember that one section where Hein is like not feeling the best. She's about to collapse. And she's like, I can't believe you're trying to cross your brother with the business and not letting him be successful. Is that why her mother never cares much about the daughter? Because she lost that one son, so she's thinking, this is the only son I have now. I'm gonna have to work hard and make sure that this one makes it. I don't know. Obviously, I lost a son. I got this other son, so maybe she's putting all her hopes and dreams on him and really forgetting about Hein in the process. So I thought that was interesting. And then obviously here, when she's there, she's listening to the music. And then once again, this disease of hers, she gets forgetful. She's walking for hours. And obviously Yeon Woo was so concerned. He's soaking wet with rain. And like, where have you been? And at first she was like, don't yell at me. Like, okay, great. You know, the fact that we were worried about you and you don't care, fine. And he's walking away. And that's when she says, look, I don't know what happened. I couldn't remember. I lost time and I am really, really scared. Hence this. So it's interesting because to me, we're going in the direction of clearly starting to care about each other. I mean, it's bothering Yeon Woo when Mr. Yeon is around Hein all the time. So his friend was like, are you sure you're not in love with her? And he's like, no, I'm not. You know, I just want to get out of here. If she makes it, I want a divorce. But I'm like, really? Do you really want a divorce? And the way he was looking at her, the way she was looking at him, it's almost like they're looking at each other with fresh eyes. So I feel like we're going in that direction, but I'm looking forward to finding out what happened to her brother, what happened to their baby. I'm like, even they showed the beautiful baby room and all that stuff. What happened there? 4 years ago, it sounds like they were very in love and they fell out of love. I get the feeling it has something to do with that baby. I can't wait to find out about that. Also, I want to find out the brother who ended up betraying the chairman. The chairman goes to jail for the son. Who advised him? I feel like maybe he was poorly advised and thought that his dad was gonna pin it on him. And so he decided to betray his father. And that's why the father went to jail, which I was like, oh, that's why you're coming for forgiveness. And I can see, for once, I thought the chairman was just a bad guy, but I can see why he would be hurt. His son betrayed him. So I thought it's interesting. I'm just happy that this show is now taking a turn and we're getting serious, and now we have questions that need to be answered, and it's just not a case of like, oh, you know, the fluff of him, them looking at each other and him crying and whining, and the fact that he's stuck in this family that treats him really, really bad, and he can't divorce her, and now she may not die. And I'm like, okay, we need more substance. So I'm glad that we're starting to get some sort of substance. What did you think of episode 3 and 4? Are you also looking forward to finding out what happened to that baby? What happened to the brother who died? Also, this brother who betrayed the father. What happened there? Mr. Yoon, what is your motive? Because he's here for revenge. He is not here for her. He's here for revenge. And I want to find out, what did they do to him that he came back now for revenge, right? Anyway, as usual, if you do like my video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help support my channel. And I'll see you next week when I'm reviewing episode 5 and 6. Deuces.